Hey everybody, Arthur here with another figure review. Today we got Toy Biz Marvel Legends Bishop. And this figure I ended up getting loose, not new in package, but that's okay because he's an iconic figure that you gotta have with your X-Men collection. There is a variant where he has a shaved head, where he has no hair, he's just bald. And honestly, the long hair version is how I remember Bishop, so that's the one that's got to be part of my collection. And as you can see, he is a very massive, monstrous, hefty figure, and it is awesome because he looks like he could just throw down with anybody. And his accessories are already equipped, which I will get into them. We'll look at the figure, and then I'll get into the accessories. But let's go ahead and dive right into this figure. His head sculpt is on point. He has a really good head sculpt. The teeth are painted really nice. The M on his face looks really good. And the red eyes. It's just really overall solid head sculpt. Hair is just waving. It's just flowing to the back. And he does have this really thick, do-rag thingamajig, handkerchief, or whatever you want to call it, but it's just sort of, I would think it'd be a little bit thinner because it's so thick it's almost like a towel or something. And yeah, just looking very, very awesome. Now, with his long wavy hair, he doesn't get much, articulation with looking left and right. He can look a little bit. If you maybe move his head down and make it move, the gun on the back definitely blocks his hair. You'd have to lift it up, but the hair is a pliable rubber, so it's not horrible. But I mean, he does get a little bit of up and down head movement, and then yeah, I mean, he's just a huge figure. And just sort of take a look at his holster. It's a softer rubber. Has even some sculpted wrinkles and stuff like that. The little seam, it's got some details there. The pink is not supposed to be there. It looks like somebody might have got marker on it or something like this. But again, I got him loose, so I'm not going to complain. And let's get him to stand there. Let's take a look at this first gun of his, because Bishop was always known to carry massive guns. And he has a hole right there, and that's because in his hand he has little pegs in the palms, so he can plug it in to make him hold on to these a little bit easier. He's got the massive hole in the barrel. It's like a crazy futuristic shotgun, and it's done so well, and it's massive. So I'll just sort of set that on the side. And since we're talking about his guns, he does have a holster on his leg right here, and that is to hold this bad boy. So he's wanting to fall backwards. And this is my favorite gun that he came with the figure itself. It's beautiful. It's just a double barrel shotgun, just straight up. Nothing futuristic, nothing fancy. It's just a double barrel shotgun, and it is just awesome. I don't know. To me, a sawed off double barrel is just, I don't know, it's so primitive and just vulgar. I like it. It's mean. It's mean. So, getting back into the figure, articulation wise, he's got those massive ball joints for the shoulders, and he can get his arm up that far. And he does get, even though he's a massive figure, he does get full rotation on that, as you can hear the struggle that happened. He does have a bicep swivel. He has a massive bicep. Single jointed elbow because his dude's just huge. And his wrist does rotate at the wrist and bend at the wrist. And he does have that peg in the hand and individually articulated fingers. And you guys all know what I got to do is, if they have individually articulated fingers, you gotta do that. I mean, I'm a kid still, kid at heart, and it's just I gotta make things with individual articulated fingers flick off the camera. I did have him actually sitting for a while with both his fingers up, just flicking off like that. Just had him standing up, posed. But yeah, just like really nice. And same articulation on both sides. I'm not going to go through each arm and everything, but yeah, he is a big figure. Now, looking at the detail, yeah, some of the paint could be cleaner, some of the sculpt could be cleaner because his arms are a little bit bumpy and stuff like that, but I give it a pass. His X on his chest looks awesome. It is actually a metallic red paint. So it looks really nice. The stripes go down, and he does have a little bit of a ab crunch. And, of course, you know, you move him, that line doesn't line up, which breaks the sculpt, and it bugs me. But, I mean, he does get some nice bending and rotation at the abs. Then you get into, like, they sculpted and painted all the way, even underneath this little thingamajig. The big X right here, I think, could have been better. It just seems too big. Like the one on his chest looks really nice, but this one just looks out of place, too big, and it's not really center. And it's not like the cleanest looking X either. So the sculpt on the belt could have been a lot better, in my opinion. So I'm not going to sit here and say Toy Biz has the best of everything, but yeah, some little areas are lacking. But the belt does have a ton of detail. Oh, I got a little bit of a mark right there. But it does have a bunch of details in the belt. It may not be the crisp details, but you still get all, it's almost like Batman's belt, like all the little gadgets and stuff, you know. And then I guess you clip that like ID there, so you have your, it's like one of those things you pull out and then it retracts. I don't know. I'm just being goofy. But yeah, not too bad. Again, if this was like a cleaner, crisper sculpt, it might be better. But, you know, back then, technology was different when they did these figures. Then you get down to his lower legs. He has the little well-known ball joint, which is weird because, like, you rotate it all around. Technically, if I can do it, it's supposed to be lined up like so, because you got, like, the lines there. But then you can see how it bends. So if I were to so he can kick out like that is how they had it, you know, according to the paint. That's how his leg's supposed to be lined up. Nope, not for me. So I ended up moving it where the joint's out there, so he can kick up. He can kick up a little decent ways, and if you put it out the other way, yes, he can probably do some decent splits. And might as well try it. Yeah, so I mean, he can do some weird, awkward splits, but I really don't think he needs to do splits. Now, the line work from this is pretty clean. Paint could have been thicker, but it does go all the way down his leg, all the way down to the boots. He got that little holster that was holding his double barrel. You know, simple looking holster. Got the buckle sculpted and everything. And then with these guys, he does have a double jointed knee. He does have a boot swivel literally at the boot. And ankle bend, pivot, and he has a toe bend. Those boots are just really cool too. They look like they would do some damage if they just stomped on some other evil mutant. And they even sculpted the bottom tread. So, very impressed with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get his accessories into his arms. Bishop holds his guns really, really well. The fingers being individually articulated do allow him to get that nice, you know, grip and realistic hold on the guns. But this hand, as you can see, you can't really see because it's blurry. There we go, focus, there we go. The trigger hole isn't small enough to fit the finger underneath, so he has to, you know, double finger that trigger. And then you got this one, which this one looks all right. His finger can't go through the hole because of how the design of the actual gun is. but still looks pretty good. So he could definitely hold his own when it comes to needing to fight some mutants. So yeah, this figure is awesome. I love it. And if you guys are making that X-Men set, you gotta have him part of it because we don't have any other Bishop out there. So I do thank you guys for checking out this video. And if you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Give me that like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And as always, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting. Have a beautiful day.